Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 3. We're going to make a bucket and an axe. Uh, it's going to be very simple. This is really just, when I'm modeling stuff, it's mainly just for reference in three-dimensional space. So to make an axe, we're just going to make a cube. And this is going to be the head of the axe. And I'm going to duplicate that cube, scale it up. And this is going to be the handle of the axe. You can see it back there. Pretty simple. And make the handle. And maybe we'll move this. Right click, go to object mode. There we go. Move this out of the grid view. I don't even really need the grid. I'm going to turn the grid off. Grid off. Okay. Okay, so we got our axe. Gonna move that over there. Now, so if we know how axes work, they usually have this kind of blunt end on this one end here, and the blade extrudes out of this side. So we're just gonna extrude this out. And here, if you wanted, you could do some reference. Maybe you come up with a specific axe design or something. I'm just gonna kind of wing it. Extrude this out again. That's the face of the axe. And just gonna that. And extrude this out again. Bring that to about a point. And then now we have the basic shape, we're just gonna modify it, grabbing a few points here. Maybe we'll have the top be flat. And I want the blade to curve out a little bit, so let's hit the modeling toolkit, or the multi-cut tool, and I'm holding control and go right in the center there. I'll move it down a little. It gives a little bit of that shape we want. Go a little bit further, grab these points and turn them a little bit. Maybe I'll turn these a little bit too. That's a pretty basic shape. Maybe it would actually be a little thicker there. A little thinner here, could be like something like that. There we go. On this back side, we could either grab these two faces, maybe just bevel these. But I think what we really want is actually to bevel these. Select those four by holding shift. That. It's a little bit close, but we can grab that like that and move it out. And now the handle. I want the handle to have a little more character than just kind of straight up and down. We're going to get it to the right length. And now I'm going to just, actually I'm going to bevel the edges there first. Bevel two segments and kind of bring it a little bit. Got that nice round shape to it now. Still a little bit ridiculous looking, so I'm just going to cut across here. Well, not ridiculous, but it doesn't have any character. I was choosing points where I want it to kind of bend. And I'm gonna grab that here. We're gonna hit B and turn soft selection on. I'm just scale some bits here and there. And I'm actually just gonna move it around. Let's see, so if it's like this, it's gonna be a little weird. I think it'll probably have a bend like this kind of. And turn soft selection on, but make it a little bit softer. Let's scale this in. Oops. Scale these two in. I'm actually gonna put another one here. Scale that in without soft selection on, so that. And bring that above. Bring another one here. Grab this one. And move them up. I want to align that. Use that scale trick. Move that down. A little bit of flare on the top. There we go. Xed. We could go in here and reduce tries and kind of combine these just by going across here, and I believe there's a tool to bring those together. Reduce, somewhere merge. That's there, merge to center. Yeah, there, merge to center. I'm gonna select another one, just hit G to do the last command. There we go. We could go in here and add some more detail and stuff if I wanted. If I wanted to kind of maybe go like that. Grab these points and just, there, it gives it a little more of a, I could reduce the polys if I wanted by just do target weld and just, whoa. Let's do target weld, do one at a time, and just kind of reduce them by bringing them up like that. But there's really, I don't have too much of a reason to do that at this point. Just gonna undo it. It's fine like that for me, for my purposes at least. I'm gonna grab these two pieces, combine them, and fix the center point, and then maybe I'll put it like up there. But actually, see when I did that, it was fine, but I grabbed it like that, and I just like moves it wildly. So I'm gonna grab it and move it specifically by grabbing these points. Move it over. See, it's, whoops, ginormous over here. So we're gonna make it kind of appropriately scaled. I'm going a little bit above actual size just so things stick out a little bit better. Because you can see that, like, I don't know what I was drawing even there. It's way out of proportion. Slide it here, turn a little bit. And there we go. Now we might need to move that based on, you know, how the ground is shaped and everything like that. So I have a little bucket there too. I can make that bucket. It's not too important, but I guess I think that's what I was trying to draw. Got a bucket, a little fireplace over here. Let's do the bucket. For the bucket, we're just gonna do another cylinder. Move into place. This should be fine. So let's get the basic form of the bucket. Just like that. You notice, like, I'm not really worrying about size of things right off the bat. I save that for later. I size them up as I go. Okay, there we go. And then we're gonna select the top, deselect, control, and extrude. Hit G to repeat the extrusion. Hit W to get that back in the center. Bring it down to the base of the bucket. Scale it in. Here's a trick actually, if you have it like this, you're like, how I want to figure out how thick the base is, so you can use this as a reference. See, it's like extruding beyond it. I want the thickness to be about as thick as it is wide, so we're right about there. And just scale that in. And then you can always go in here and check the wireframe if you want to get that scaled properly too on the inside. Turn the wireframe back off. And now we could add some details to the bucket. We could go on the top, bottom. I'm going to do a double line up here and then grab that and just scale it out, grabbing this green one instead of an extrusion. And actually, you know what? No, I actually don't want to do it that way. I want to extrude this out, and you'll see why in a second. Extrude that out. I can get rid of this extra edge. But you'll notice I did that as extra verts. So we're just going to vert mode, select them all, delete. That gets rid of any extra verts. But on this one, we don't really see the bottom. So we are going to do it like that and scale it on yellow. Basically, these are like the metal rings that are holding the bucket together. The reason I didn't want to do it on the top was I want to have a few of these go kind of beyond the bucket. So it's like a little rough sawn look, and they're a little bit off. I'm going to scale them out a little bit. That's a little bit off still. There we go. Pretty basic. We could put a handle on there. I'll just paint it in later. I don't really need that. You could, maybe it needs a little bit finessing here. I do notice, if I turn this off, that those insides are going to be a bit of a problem. So I'm going to go in here, select all these faces, soften edges, and select these and harden edges. Harden edges. Now that looks better. The bottom one doesn't matter too much, but I grab it anyways. Harden edges, and to harden and soften edges like I'm doing, that you can go up to UV, I believe. It's either that or surfaces. Curves? I don't know. Somewhere around here. Now I brought it up, I want to show you where it is. Sometimes I forget where some of these things are just because I use the shortcut so frequently. Thought it would be, maybe it's, oh yeah, here we go. Sorry, mesh display, harden edge and soften edge. And I did use shift control and just clicked that, and it created a shortcut on my bar here. So harden edge, soften edge. Sometimes if you have an object show up where it looks like, maybe you have something looking like maybe that, like the just no lighting received, just select those faces. You probably just need to reverse the faces, and that looks fine. Okay, let's get off that tangent here, and let's put our bucket in place right over here. It's gonna be somewhere around here. And like I said, we'll probably figure that out a little bit more as we get the ground and stuff, if we actually go that far. Move this out of the wall. That look, and a lot of times I'll make things, float things a little further away than they need to be, just so they don't clip into each other. There we go. And actually, remember these boards over here? They look so perfect, it bugs me. Well, let's just grab them and just move a few of them around a little bit, give them a little bit of character. There we go. Maybe we'll even have some kind of, do this a little bit too. I was thinking about that. I kind of want to do that in these too. I'll just grab a few random ones and let them pull out a little further. Maybe I'll even take some, push them a little further. Same with this side over here. Let's grab a few, push them in. So much character that's adding. It's subtle, but it helps. I actually like these few extra that are just like really pulled out. Let's grab a few here. So we kind of messed up. I think I grabbed something I didn't want to, so I started the selection over. There we go. It's starting to look, that's better. Much, much better. I do, let's see, can I do that on there? No. One trick, if you wanted to, I don't know, maybe this won't work. Let's see, poke face. Yeah, don't do that. I think it would work on this if I shift right click poke face. That'll kind of give you the rest of the geometry you need to have proper quads and stuff, but once again, that doesn't matter in my case since it's just a 3D reference. Do notice that I can move this out again because I pulled that board out. Okay, here we go. And anything else we want to create really quick? It looks to be kind of our basics. We could, kind of duplicate these over. We could do this later too. So we have like multiple shields and stuff, kind of like a, not a plethora, but a little bit of repetition to kind of give it a little more character. Like have them kind of leaning up against each other in different ways, things like that. Might actually thicken these up a little too. Okay, there we go. How about in the next video we focus on creating some of the ground and stuff. I might as well just build this whole scene out as a reference scene. And I'll see you next episode. Take care, subscribe, leave a comment if you have any questions or anything. Some of the things I've kind of brushed over because I think I'm either repeating myself, or in some cases maybe I just didn't think to let you know how I'm creating it. If that's the case, just leave a comment below and let me know. and I can help out with that. This is more kind of an overall view of my process. But yeah. Okay, take care and see you next time.